Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So before we get to sports, we poured one out for Kmart, the last store. It's closing. And we played a commercial from 1978. Then we played a Ship My Pants commercial that was very popular 10 years ago. And then Timothy in Glen Ellen, among others, have texted and said, have you seen there was a commercial for big gas savings? But when they said it fast, it sounded like this. This was a Kmart commercial also from about 6 years ago.
Ugh, I hate these big gas prices.
Sounds like you could use some big ass savings.
I'd love some big gas savings.
Kmart Shop Your Way members save 30 cents a gallon.
30 cents a gallon? That's a big ass discount.
Big ass discount.
A really big ass discount.
Really big gas discount.
Honey, this solves your big ass problem.
Totally solves my big gas problem.
Yeah, this is a big ass truck.
Big gas man.
Hello, big ass man.
Shop Your Way members get big gas savings. Save 30 cents a gallon when you spend $50 or more at Kmart.
Oh, man.
I'm heartbroken. Kmart, God, they put in the effort.
They really did great branding.
Oh, my goodness.
It's too bad. Pour one out for Kmart. The last store is closing in New York, and they are based right here in Hoffman Estates. So I feel bad for anybody up there that works in the Kmart department store.
We're sorry that we're recognizing you now and not before, and I'm sorry.
Very sad. Time for Q101 Sports.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
So I'll have to pour one out again because tonight a very special night for White Sox fans and the White Sox organization. They could become the worst team in modern history if they lose tonight. So their current record is 36-120. They've tied the record of the 62 Mets for the worst record in Major League Baseball history, not counting the 1899 Cleveland Spiders, because back then they didn't play 162 games in 1899, but they lost 134 games. Okay? So this is really special tonight.
Yeah, no, this is something.
Listen, if they don't get the record, they have to, well, first off, they just have to lose one game this week, and we think that's pretty obvious it's going to happen.
Seems doable.
They're playing the Angels, who I thought were bad, but the Angels are 63-93.
And what's the White Sox record?
The White Sox are 36-120.
God!
So the Angels are good.
So the Angels are really...
Is anybody going to the game tonight? It's foggy and rainy. I understand that, but if you're not going and you want to go, I'd gladly buy a pair of tickets for someone that wants to go. I'll pay for it.
We just got a text, and I lost who it was from, but they're like, I want to see him make history. I'm going to go.
Exactly.
Whatever.
This is something that those people in 1962, most of the team is dead. One guy's
something to see, baby.
One guy who played on the team said he doesn't wish that on the White Sox because, quote, I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. And the guy's 88 years old right now.
He's seen some things.
Imagine what that guy's seen in his life, and that's what he remembers. And he doesn't want to give that up to the White Sox because he doesn't want them to have that horror every morning of waking up knowing you're the worst ever.
But I think he's holding on to it, the guy from the 1962 Mets. That's giving him the will to live, that he was on the worst baseball team ever. The 62 Mets are recognized as the worst team ever. We've been playing baseball for almost 150 years now.
Yeah.
I don't think that if you're on the worst team ever, you should feel that bad because it's not like it was just you. Like, it's a group thing. Other people could be doing bad. The coach can be bad. Like,
the coach was bad.
Exactly. So, like, you can't look in the mirror and go, this is because of me. So you shouldn't feel that bad about it.
But you're not part of the solution either.
You could have been. You cannot win. Okay, baseball is definitely not one of those sports where you can't have one good player and then completely, like, and win. That can't happen.
But they would have won maybe 5 more games with one good player.
Like, you could be like the best third baseman ever.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, well, okay, like, what am I supposed to do? Not great pitching happening. I mean, that's not on you.
I would say Pete Crow Armstrong won a few games for the Cubs this year alone on his own.
That's right.
I would say he won at least a few games on his own.
Well, that's a stat. That's WAR, wins above replacement. You know, that values how much you factored into your team's winning.
Right.
And Kenzie, I've watched 120 White Sox games this year. Unless your name is Garrett Crochet, you should feel very, very badly about what you've done this year.
So not everyone should feel bad.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Noted. So you think about that, but I'd like to know first who's going tonight to see history, to be a part of it. It may never happen again. This might be it for hundreds of years. Think about that. It could be hundreds of years before this record's broken.
Yeah.
And if you're not going, Case, what's ticket prices for tonight? Have you looked any of those up?
The cheapest ticket I saw was $16.
Oh! I'll buy someone a pair of tickets.
For $16?
Well, obviously
Well,
32.
once you hit those fees, though.
32. What's service fees on this? Is it going to be $80 by the time I'm done?
I don't know. I'm buying off SeatGeek. I never have problems with SeatGeek.
If someone wants to go, I'll buy you a pair of tickets for tonight. I'll do that.
What if like 100 people hit you up though?
I'm not going to buy that many. The first person, I don't know, the first person through that says they'll actually go and use the tickets. Don't resell them. I decide to buy them tickets and they scalp them.
Oh my God.
So think about this. If they lose tonight, they'll be the worst team since the 1962 Mets.
Right.
JFK was president
Wow.
when the 1962 Mets were playing and losing all those games.
Yeah.
They'll be the first team since the 1899 Cleveland Spiders to lose more than 120 games in a baseball season. In 1899, William McKinley was president. The fact to know about William McKinley, he was the last U.S. president that served in the Civil War. That's how long we're going back for the White Sox. That's the history they can make tonight.
I was gonna say that name doesn't ring a bell. I gotta be honest.
You're not a big McKinley head?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he stood for.
Can you imagine the last
I
time?
don't want to like hop in. Where was he in the Civil War? Out of curiosity.
He was for the North.
Oh, cool.
He was for the North. I'm saying that guy had Civil War stories.
Oh, I know. Think about that. He's cutting up with his homies at the White House talking about the Civil War while the Cleveland Spiders are losing 134 games, and he's probably laughing at them thinking, well, I don't know where baseball is going in the next 100 years, but I know nobody will be worse than them. Insert 2024 Chicago White Sox.
He's telling stories like, remember when we burned Atlanta? That was pretty cool. Good Lord.
I don't know how you're going to handle this, but a lot of people are asking for tickets.
But are they go? I want to know who's going already. But
I
then
don't know how I'm supposed to vet that. You're looking at me right in my soul and asking if they're going to first. You're like, are they going to go, Kenzie?
Listen,
I think so. They said they want tickets.
I'll buy one pair. I got
How are
daycare
you
to
going
pay
to
for.
randomly pick?
We'll figure it out during the commercial break. We'll figure out somebody to buy tickets for.
Lunch off.
Lunch off. Why doesn't someone should we just do a call? The first caller.
I can't. I've got the phone lines blocked right now because a bunch of out-of-state Tyler Joseph fans are thinking that it's 8 a.m. right now and they really want 21 Pilots
I've
Tyler
gotten
Joseph Lounge
messages
tickets.
from people in other countries, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, we're kind of trying to reward our listeners.
You know what we should do? We should send someone from another country to the White Sox game tonight.
That's an act of terrorism, Brian.
And they think they're going to 21 Pilots.
But no, he'll be there. He'll be there. You just gotta wait it out.
Oh. All right. Well, we gotta get people on the phones to compete in Clash with Kenzie for dashboard tickets. So let's give out these White Sox tickets right now.
You want to do it right now? You want me to open up the phone lines?
Yeah, and I'm buying them with my personal money. This isn't a station thing. I'm just going to buy you tickets because I want someone to
Are they
go.
gonna be like behind home plate, or were they gonna be?
Those, I think, Case looked up were $150.
Something like that.
Which is a good price,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to
But
do
you're
that.
not gonna do that.
No, come
I've
on.
got the phone ringing. You want me to pick it up and we'll figure out who it is when we come back?
Yeah, let's do that because
All
we're
right.
up against it. We'll talk to him next and see who really wants to go. If you want to go to the White Sox game, if you can talk me into it, I'll buy you a pair of tickets for a diehard White Sox fan to go see history tonight. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, we'll get you on the phones for a Clash with Kenzie in a second. We have Dashboard Confessional tickets that are on the line, which will be an incredible show this Saturday night at the Aragon. I love Dashboard Confessional. But first, in sports, we talked about the White Sox. They can get the sole record of the worst team in Major League Baseball history tonight against the Angels, who are really good, the Angels. They're 63 and 93. That record sounds so good. With the White Sox being 36 and 120. So I said I'd buy tickets for someone that wants to go. It's not necessarily the perfect baseball night, chance of rain on and off and fogginess, but you will see history. It might never happen again in any of our lifetimes. Any of us on Earth right now may not see this record broken.
Someone texted in and said, I bought tickets for tomorrow, so I really hope they win tonight.
That's right.
But it would make sense that they lose tonight.
Yeah.
Not a beautiful night for baseball, a miserable night on the South Side. This is what we're giving the people.
So we have Carl who wants to go to the game. Let's see here. A bunch, actually, like all 10 lines are lit with people who want me to buy them tickets. But
That's right. A bunch of people called in, rightfully so. We have a ton of loyal Southsiders that want to see this team lose. I liked Carl's passion, though.
Carl, give it to me. As a White Sox fan, why should I buy you tickets for the game tonight with my own personal money?
Because if this is going to be a historic game, let's fill the stadium up. Let's fill it up for all the wrong reasons. If this is what makes this this whole franchise and owner care about this team that we'll fill it up just to see this team to be the ultimate trash, let's go. Why not?
I like
It
them.
sucks. We deserve better. Like, we're not the Marlins. The Oakland moved out of their stadium. Why should we care about this team? And rumor has it he asked for money for a new stadium. Why should we care? Why should we fund it? As fans, we deserve better. This team deserves better. 2 years ago, we were a contender.
This is true.
And now look where we're at. We went from potentially at the top to the dead historic bottom. We deserve better. And if filling the stadium up with fans who want to see this team be the worst, if it rings bells, why not? Let's go.
White Sox! White Sox! Go, go, White Sox! Let's go!
Carl, man of passion, a man who's invested time and money into this White Sox team. You are going tonight, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's about the excitement level you can have to go see the worst team in baseball, get the actual record sold to them, where they will be the worst in Major League Baseball history if they lose. And I'm going to buy you $16 seats. They won't be the best seats, but
You can probably move up, though. I would imagine there's some space.
they're pretty tough about that, though.
I think you could wiggle it in. I think it'll be okay.
No, thank you. Thank you so much. It's you just want to see better. I've lived here my whole life. I just want to see our team be better. That's simple as that.
I can hear your passion. I feel it. I really do. I feel you to the soul, and I wish you better. And listen, on the north side, my Cubs, the situations really aren't much better at this point. We need better. We deserve better.
Neither of us made it in the playoffs, so who gives an F?
Honestly. Chicago deserves better.
Yeah.
And this is the way to do it, Carl. You and $16 seats at the White Sox game tonight.
We care. We care for Carl.
Let's go.
Hey, thank you.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q 101.
Well, here we go. Dashboard Confessional at the Aragon this Saturday. Our great friends at Live Nation helped hook this up for you. We do it, pass it on to you when you win, when you beat Kenzie in trivia. And that would be Rebecca in Chicago competing today. Ahoy, Rebecca, tell us something about yourself.
Ahoy. I'm a huge Dashboard Confessional fan since the last 20 years, since we were in college.
Wow. Where'd you go to college?
U of I in Champaign.
Hell yeah. Did you party your butt off over there?
Definitely. And we learned too.
Oh, what was your degree in?
Psychology.
Oh, good degree.
That's always a fun one.
Yeah.
Now, are you using that degree today?
Not exactly. Sort
Probably
of,
while you're
kinda.
dating guys. You're like, psycho.
What do you do for a living now, Rebecca?
Right now I work as an aide in a Chicago public school.
Oh, okay. So
That's helpful.
Listen, we need people with psychology degrees in the schools there with the kids.
True.
Because they're all nuts.
She's like, let me find out this one kid. It's like, whoa, no.
All right, so here we go. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails. Rebecca?
Heads.
It is heads. I dropped the coin too, but it was heads before I dropped it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rebecca, question number 1. Newton's third law of motion states that for every action, there is a what?
Reaction.
Reaction is right. And Kenzie, a joey is a baby version of what animal?
Kangaroo.
A kangaroo. I don't know why. Hey, look at that joey over there. It's a little baby kangaroo.
Well, kangaroos aren't from the Bronx.
This is Australia. What's your Australian? What do you got?
Oh, there's a little joey over there. A little baby kangaroo. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
No, that's pretty good.
That one's better.
Won me over.
Who else is Australian?
Crocodile Hunter.
Yeah.
Who are the famous Australians? It's Steve Irwin, who's been dead for 20 years.
Wolverine.
Naomi Watts.
Naomi Watts. Hugh Jackman is who you're...
Hugh Jackman, Wolverine.
Oh.
But you don't hear him talk Australian.
Is he? I never heard him with a little twang. I never heard it.
No, because it's Wolverine. He's like, "Arr."
I know he's always
his-
crawling.
Wait, what's his Wolverine like?
"Arr." Yeah.
Pirate.
Yeah.
Isla Fisher, Liam Hemsworth, Nicole Kidman.
Isla Fisher, by the way, is Gloria in Wedding
yeah.
Crashers.
I know that.
I'm telling the people that.
Okay.
They might not be aware of who she is.
You pointed at me and said it.
He's looking at a picture of her right now. He's just Googled her.
Don't break up with me because I'll find you.
And then Sacha Baron Cohen did break up with her.
Yeah, he did.
All right, 1-1 back to Rebecca.
Rebecca,
All right.
there's a little Australian side hustle there. Rebecca, what was George Orwell's profession?
Author.
Yes, he was an author. The book 1984, if you haven't read it, read it. It's what's going on now. He wrote that like 70 years ago. It's exactly accurate to what the world is today.
I think all the people that quote 1984 are the people that actually haven't read the book.
I read it a long time ago.
Yeah, it's a big
Probably in
poser
school,
thing. Yeah.
I'm assuming.
I read the Cliff Notes. Remember Cliff Notes?
Oh, yeah, I remember Cliff Notes.
Those still exist, Cliff Notes?
Well, no, people just don't read anymore.
They do.
So, Rebecca, you're in school, so kids can still get Cliff Notes.
I work with little kids, but yeah, they can.
They're like lying about Dr. Seuss. I know you didn't read it. I can tell.
They're passing around the Cliff Notes to Llama Llama Red Pajama.
All right, 2-1 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, who painted the Sistine Chapel?
Michelangelo.
That's right. I went to that for our honeymoon in Italy, and they make you go through 800 rooms before you get there. And you see all these other paintings. So by the time you get there, you go, that's nice. You know, like it's the greatest thing ever painted. But by the time you get there, like, that's all right. Let's get lunch now.
I just imagine you being like Vince Vaughn and calling it the 16th. You're like, so is it the 15th? Has somebody to see somebody before?
1,000% before I went there, I thought it was the 16 Chapel.
The 16th?
Not the Sistine.
That's what. So Vince Vaughn says, he goes, do we want to be like Michelangelo? Do you think he got to the 16th chapel and then wanted help? No, he wanted to finish what he had started on his own.
So good.
All right, 2-2 back to Rebecca.
Rebecca, which movie features the song Hakuna Matata?
No.
The Lion King.
Lion King is right.
I never get the good stuff.
Back to Kenzie. What U.S. city is nicknamed the Mile High City? What city's
The
that?
Mile High City?
Yes. What city's that?
I don't know, probably Vegas.
It's not Vegas.
Okay.
Rebecca, do you know?
Denver?
Denver is right.
Why?
Because it's a mile high from sea level.
Oh, okay.
Also,
I had a completely different thing going on.
well, to your point, Colorado was the first state to do recreational marijuana legal.
I don't think that's what Kenzie meant.
Nope.
That's what you meant, right?
No.
Oh, you meant Mile High Club.
I was thinking like stuff like that.
Yeah.
In that category.
Got
I'm
it.
like Vegas as a whole, probably.
Got it. So this is Rebecca for the win?
This is Rebecca for the win. She could win Dashboard
All right.
Confessional tickets right here.
Rebecca, who was the first Disney princess?
Cinderella.
Oh, it wasn't Cinderella.
Ooh.
Kenzie?
Snow White.
Snow White.
Let's go. Give me with another Disney. What else you got in there?
No more Disney.
Damn
that was
it.
it. Sorry. It's back to Kenzie
It
here.
is 4-3.
Kenzie, what is a figure with 8 sides called? A figure with 8 sides.
Like an octagon?
It's an octagon. It's 4-4. Next one wins.
Ugh.
Yes.
Don't worry, it's your turn again.
Rebecca, who pulls the football away from Charlie Brown?
Lucy.
Lucy's right! There you go, Rebecca. Congratulations. You're going to Dashboard Confessional.
Awesome.
Yay!
Oh, cute.
Wait, who else is yelling
That's
there?
my 6-year-old. My 6-year-old Amelia.
Oh,
Cute.
very nice.
And well behaved. Didn't interrupt. My kids interrupt me all the time.
We listen.
I got the Disney princess one.
Yes, she said the Disney princess right in the
That's
back.
my girl, Amelia. Should have listened.
All right, you're going to see Dashboard this Saturday from Live Nation. Of course, us, Q101, Brian and Kenzie.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy Bad Omens right now.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.